Friends, in this session, we are going to talk about two things. First, I will talk about immutable class or object and singleton design pattern. Immutable class or object, this is one of the another, you can say design pattern, which will ensure once you create the object, later nobody can change the state of it. So let's understand what is the immutable class. Once you make an instance of it, hmm, once you make instance of it, later no one can change the state of the object. I don't know you're following me or not.
Yes, sir.
State of the object. The state of the object means nobody can change. It's the attribute value. Clear? So question is how to make a class immutable. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, there are certain questions in the interview that will be asked again and again. So you have to just be ready for it. I just muted the cubicle class because a lot of background noise is coming. Somebody, can you come online, please? I want to talk to you. Hmm? Who can help me online, please? In this? Hello? Nobody replying. I need one people whom I can talk with. No one is there? Honestly, I'm telling you, when I'm coming to your
I'm here,
station,
Narendra.
what's your name?
Lincoln?
Lincoln. Okay, Lincoln. What I'm going to teach you, how to make a class immutable. What is immutable class? Once you make object of it, then later you can't modify it. String is one of the example of what, man? String is one of the example of
Object.
reply. Immutable class.
Okay.
Immutable object means if you make an object of it, later can you change the value inside it? Answer is no. Can you replace I with P? Answer my question. No.
Oh, no, no, no.
Immutable means once object is created, later you cannot change the
Object. State of.
content of it. You cannot change the state of it. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So string is one of the immutable class. So this is already defined by you know core Java people, right? So my question today is how to make our class immutable. I hope you understand the intention.
Yes.
So if you want to make a class immutable, we need to use final keyword. Do you know final keyword?
Yes.
Final keyword is a keyword which can be used for three purposes. You can make your class final, nobody can extend it. If you make your class, if you make your method final, nobody can override it. If you make your variable final, nobody can change the value of it, right?
Mhm.
Lincoln, it's clear.
Yes. Yes.
So I have a class basket and I need to make it immutable. How we can do that? Okay. So I need your help. Hmm? In this basket, we have certain attribute like private, string basket name, hmm? and another attribute we have integer, price of it, right? And we have one more attribute into it, private. Do you know list? Yeah.
Yes.
So it is just pointing fruits. Okay. New array list. If you have any question, query, please let me know. Hmm? Done. So my intention is I want to make this class immutable. Why? And here you can define constructor. Let me write in the editor so that please, I want to make this session shorter, but whatever I'm doing, I'll ensure you should know it, right? And please ask logical questions. Basket. Fine. So same thing, whatever I was doing over here, I'm just going to paste it over there. Like in this, I'm importing list. If you think I'm moving fast and you are not able to follow, let me know, because I want to make this session fruitful so that you can understand. I'm just making constructor. Why constructor? You know it. Constructor used to give initial state to the object. I don't know. Do you know constructor? It is used to give initial state to the object. So here you see, my dear, I'm just passing how many parameter? 3 parameter reply.
Yeah.
And you can define getter. Only getter I'm providing to fetch the value. You see this? So now question is, and you can write two string method. Why, man? Just to print the state of the object. Anybody have any question query? This class is not immutable. Why? Anybody can change anything. Shall I show you how? Yeah. This class is what I'm saying. This class is not immutable. Lincoln, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
This class is not immutable. Why? Because anybody can change the state of it. You would say, how can you show to me? Yeah. So in order to run this program, do you know the main method? My
Yes.
intention is when you make the object of basket, right? So whatever attribute you are passing at the time in the constructor, like name of the basket is mega mega, and price is this much, and here you can add what, man? List, right? List of fruit. If I'm using Java 11, then I can use list, I don't know, or you can use arrays dot as a list people, or what you can do is you can make a object of, I need your help. You can here you can make a hmm, and you can add some fruit dot apple, banana, mango. I make you confused. Why it is not immutable? Because anybody can anybody can extend this class. Yes, uh, and after that they can modify the behavior of it, right? That is bad. Hmm? But it's okay. Let me show you this example. Immutable means once you make the object of basket, later nobody can do any change in the attribute of it, state of it. If I'm running it, you see whatever value is there, like name is mega, you see the output, name is mega, price is this much, and fruit is apple and all. So if somebody wants to change it, right, later, LinkedIn, what they can do, they can call the getter method, get fruit, right? When you do get fruit, it will return you the reference of it. And later what he can do, by using add method, he can add more fruit into it. I'm just going to add grapes. Hmm? Reply.
Yes.
You can add grapes, and you can add no, other fruit also, not a big deal. Guava. So what happened? You tell me, I'm able to change the state of it or not?
Yes.
Let's run it. So see, at the time of creating the basket, in basket there was only
Treatments.
in basket there was only three fruit, right? Now we have 5 fruit altogether. Clear? What happened? I'm able to change the people reply. LinkedIn reply. You
Yeah.
you understand what problem is? So if somebody would say, if you want to make your class immutable, first thing is you should make your class final
Final.
so that nobody can inherit. So first thing is make your class final, right? And attribute should be initialized by only constructor. It is only possible when you make the attribute final. If you make a final, this value will be only initialized by what? This value will be only initialized by
The class.
constructor,
Commit
right?
constructor.
Uh, it can be only initialized by constructor. Why is giving error? because here you have already initialized it, right? So do not give it. You initialize over here. Make sense? So first you have to make your class final. Second, make your all the attribute final so that it can be initialized only in the constructor. After that, nobody can change it, right? But problem is when you make your array, when you make your list final, right? Then reference is final, not content of it. You understand what I'm saying? In case of array list, right? When you make the final, then what is the meaning of it? So tell me, meaning is reference is final. Are you following me? Not bucket, not array. Means you cannot assign some other array to it. Lincoln, what I say?
Yes.
You cannot assign some other array, but anybody can add content into it. Are you following me? Hmm.
Yes.
It cannot point to some other array. I'm telling you, it would not point to some other array, but anybody can change the content of it. So even though I have done this much, but if I run my program, still I'm able to make the change in the fruit. Can you see this? Why?
Yes.
LinkedIn reason is when you make your list final, it references final. It means once you point some list, you cannot point some other list, but you can add any data into it. So
Okay.
question is, it's not only like you have to change the reference of it final. You have to make content final also, right? So what you can do
Mm-hmm.
for this in collection framework, we have a collections, and there's a method modifiable list, unmodifiable list. Can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever list you are going to set it before adding it, just make it unmodifiable. Make sense?
Yes.
So what is the benefit? Benefit is now if somebody is trying to add the some data, it will give you exception. See, unsupported operation exception means once this object is created, later you can't make change in the state. You got it or not? So
Yes.
this is one of the most frequently asked questions. They can give you there is a name, price, and a list. So you have to take care of it. So first thing, make your class final. Second, make attributes
Final.
final, right? Third, do not provide setter method. Okay. Fourth, if you are using collection, right? Then make it
Unmodified.
unmodifiable. Clear? Done. And this is one way of doing it, right? This question recently I came across. There is other way to do it, right? I think we have somewhere I have seen we have unmodifiable list as well, right? Are you with me? So there's many way to do it. Are you following me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, whatever they are doing, nah, you can use this unmodifiable list. So there is many way to do it, okay? But that's fine. You got the idea? I
Yes.
don't know. If somebody would say, what is the immutable class? Yeah, immutable object. Your answer should be immutable class is a class. When you make an object of it, later you cannot change the state of it.
Content.
Yeah, attribute value. If you understand this, I can jump to the next.
Yes.
Next one is uh, how to ensure there would be only one copy of object. So when you make a class, right? For example, class is like base service. You can give any name to it, right? Doesn't matter. You should understand my intention, right? My intention is in this I have method public void foo whatever. Swish out. This is business. It could be anything, right? Business logic. So A, what my intention is? My intention is if I'm using your main method here, base service main, base service main. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
So here you can write. Like here, my intention is I should able to make only one copy of it. If you got it, say I got it. But here, you know what problem is? I can make n number of copy.
Mm-hmm.
You got my intention? My intention is I have to ensure I should make only one object of it, not many object of it. So you want to give the restriction, restrict. put restriction so that we can make only one instance of it. You got it?
Yes.
So that is called singleton design pattern. Singleton design pattern ensures there would be only one copy of it throughout the application. So what you need to do for that? First thing is, if you want to do, there should be only one copy of, make it constructor private. First thing. What is the first rule?
Private.
Make this constructor private. If any class has a private constructor, this object can be instantiated with the help of within the class only, right?
Yes.
If constructor is private, if it is private, right, then we can make instance of it within the class only. Make sense?
Yes.
Nice. Done. The first thing is make your constructor private. Make sense? Yep.
Mhm.
The here it is. It started to cry. Why? You cannot make object like this. Am I right? Because constructor you cannot call outside the class. You know it, right? Done. This is not only enough, right? Here you have to write here you make the object of it, right? But you can make object internally, yes, like this.
Yes.
You make object using new operator here. You can make the object, right? That's fine. And you can provide a method, right? And just make it private and static, my dear. And after that, the first thing you have to make constructor private, then define private static variable of the private static object for the same B service, and then write a static method, public static, which is going to return this object to you. You can give any name to it. Done. So what is the benefit of it? Now you are not allowing anybody to make the object of it. You are making one object of it and anybody can access it. So using this coding style, what is the benefit? First thing, make your constructor private. Second thing, create static variable, static, create a static variable for the instance to be created. Please reply.
Yes.
And then here you can write a public method, right? Public and static method to return the instance of the object created. Huh? Clear? So what is the benefit of writing code like this? Any guess? Hello. Now what you can do, if you want to make the object, you can call the get instance method. Tell me. So in this case, it will give you only one reference of it.
Mhm.
See, it's clear or you got confused?
It's clear.
Aha, I understand Singleton. Aha, I understand Singleton design pattern. Design pattern. It's clear? Done. If you run it, it will both will come same, but you cannot make a multiple copy of it. Only one copy of it is created. And if you want to check it in this private constructor, you can write the method. It is going to be called how many times? Only once.
Once.
First time when you are making an object of it over here.
Mhm.
Only once. Even though you are calling two times instance method, but it is going to be instantiated only once. So I don't know. I'm able to teach you two things very quickly. One is imitable class. Second one is singleton design pattern. Singleton design pattern has more flavor, but for that you need knowledge for multi-threading. Since we don't have knowledge, I'm not touching that. My dear friends, you reply. I don't know. We are very fast. In short span of time, I'm able to cover this much. And let me touch one more topic, right? Either I can teach you generics. I don't know. Do you know generics? That is also important concept. Let's talk on that. Which topic I am going to touch, sir? Generics. Reply. Anybody knows about it? You may be using it, right? Hello.
No, we don't know. I don't know. I don't think I know.
Generics, basically, this feature was introduced in Java 5, and generics allows type safety. Let me tell you, it was added in JDK 1.5 and deals with type safety. This is the main thing. And generics only works for the compiler. Works for, any guess? Compiler. Oh my dear, if you are talking about at runtime, don't talk about generics. It means if you talk about generics at runtime, means you don't know anything. Generics works for the compiler. So at runtime, can I write it? At runtime, generics does not, any guess? Make sense. Clear? Runtime means
Clear.
in the JVM at the time of its execution, right? Only for the compilation, compiler, generic makes sense. So generics, you may be seeing here and there, I'm telling you everywhere, right? So let's talk about generics. Mhm. I don't have any program. I don't need it even. So for generics, I'm just making a package. Why? So that I can group my program. Like here, using generics, we have a lot of benefit. You can make your class generic, you can make your method generic, you can make your interface generic, right? But you have idea about it already, clear? You can use upper bound, you can use lower bound, you can use wildcard, right? So many concepts are there. Let's understand slowly. I'm just writing one program without generics, okay? So main, like here I'm using list, but I'm not mentioning what type it's supposed to hold, what type of data is supposed to hold, correct? So what is the problem with this? The problem with this, like normally you mention the data type, right? That is
Mhm.
generics. Are you following me? Hmm.
Yes, I am.
Like here, if you don't use generic, so problem is you can add anything. You can add, in this Nagendra, and you can add into integer as well. You understand the problem? See,
Yes.
this is the first issue. Like here, mistake you do by mistake, right? You are thinking I'm dealing with only string, but what I mistake I did, I'm able to add other data type by mistake, right? That's problem is. So if you are fetching all the data at runtime, okay, using iterator, you know, right, how to iterate. Iterator, you can use iterator to fetch the data. So what problem could be, sir? Problem is I'm not using generics, right? Hmm? IT, anything you can take. So just wanted to show you the problem, man. Nah? What problem is, sir? Here, I'm
Yes.
assuming I have only,
Great.
no, let's
So
just check it.
has next or just next.
Has next. And then you can write it.next, right? And it is returning, general type. I'm just thinking string is there, right? So here I have to typecast it. So you know what issue is? When you run your program, right? It can give you class cast exception. Why? Because in this, you cannot give the guaranteed only string is coming. Anything can come at runtime. Yes, you know? Hmm. So this is one of the issue, right? Because till string it is okay, but when you are trying to convert integer into string, it is giving you a class cast exception. You got the problem? This is one of the problem which you have without generics, right? So same code, if you allow to make an edit with generics, that's why I'm saying generic demo. Please help me.
Okay.
Same program you want to do with generics. So how? Main method. You see my style. I said, hey list, you are supposed to hold only what kind of data?
String.
String. So you can mention it. The left side is important. Right side you can use this. This is called references, Java 7 features. You can either you can write that bracket or this. So here your compiler start to give the error. Can you see this? So tell me which one is good to find. Which one is good to find the error at compile time and runtime? At compile time, as soon as you get the error, they would be good.
Mm-hmm.
You have to comment it, right? Problem is solved. And if you use generics, tell iterator what kind of data we are going to fetch, right? So no need
String.
to do unnecessarily typecasting. So another benefit of generics is it avoids unnecessarily typecasting as well. Clear? Problem is solved.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you understand the issue and how this issue is overcome. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you got the idea.
Got it.
Okay. Another thing is generics has a many benefit. You can write a method, right? You can write a general method. You can write general interface, right? Which can work on any data type. Let me show you. I want to write a class which can work, which can store. My class is stored, and what my intention is, it should store what kind of data? Any kind of data. It can store customer. It can store integer. You understand? So, what is my intention, sir? Designing generic class. Confused? No. If you want to define generic class which can hold any kind of data, here you can use angular bracket, and here you can use any letter, not T. Anything you can use, right? T T T P G B, right? But normally by convention we use T. T for element. Hmm? Hey, why I'm using this angular bracket and T? Because I want to use generic, right? So I would say, hey, you can hold T type. Hmm? T type could be anything. Confused? No. Oh man, when you make the object of store, you can pass the data type, right? So that accordingly that kind of data it can hold. Then can we write a constructor? Public and this and what kind of data? T huh? Data. Confused? No. This dot data equals to data. Yeah. Now you can write a method which can public T. Are you following me? And get data. If you confuse, let me know. Return data. Anybody, hey, this what is the benefit of it? But this is general class. It is not going to hold only integer, character, double. It can hold anything. Hmm? You got it or you got confused?
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And here you can write a main method and see in this store you want to store a string. Then you can use string here. Mhm. And new. Sorry, not two times. Please. Huh? And same thing you can use here as well. Right? And here you can pass the data which you want to hold. What? My name. Okay. Done. It's clear or you confused?
Clear.
And if you want to print it, you can use system.out.println and str. Get data. Done. Same class can be used for other data type. You know, right? Not a big deal. If you want to store 100, I'm sorry. Here you can write 100
Integer.
data integer. Nice, right? So generics works at compile time, and it is used to make generic class, generic interface, generic method, and generic interface. You can do anything, sir. Wow, wow, right? Here it is going to print integer data. Similarly, you can do for float as well. You want to see that? I don't know. You got the got the idea about generics or not?
Yes, yes. We did.
So we can
Okay.
any variable data type, right? If we
Uh, any number of variable you can have, and you see this code everywhere. You are seeing spring data, and even I was using in the collections, right? Without teaching you, you know that, right? Mm. But today you got the idea, right?
Yes.
You can make a generic interface also. And you have seen in Lambda, right? In Lambda, there is a predicate, consumer, producer, all are the example of generics, right? Interface. Make sense? Like here, I'm making interface that is Bamboo. Bamboo is one of the continuous integration and continuous deployment tool similar to Jenkins. Bamboo. So in this Bamboo, I want to define T means I will declare a method, right? Public, which will load the data, right? Hello. It is a or you can define input and output, right? You what do you want to make? Input and output. T is the input. I don't know. So it can take you can take input, right? Input comma I. First it will take what kind of input, sir? This one, nah? And produce O type of output. You got it or you got confused? See, reply. It will take a general type of input and produce general type of output, right?
Okay.
So let's make the implementation of it.
So that O is the return type of that.
Yeah. You can write anything. Yeah, any letter you can write, right? K, na? So K. Anything, any letter you can use, and you can use multiple letter as well. Not a problem. So here I'm just making an implementation class. Bamboo HR. And here you want to implement what? Bamboo, right? Like here, when you implement Bamboo, here you have to mention what kind of input it will take. It will take a string input and it will return integer output. Make sense?
Mhm.
So when you override the method, right, that method will take string input and integer output. Make sense? Yeah.
Mhm.
So you are going to return the length of it. Hmm? Nice. Hmm? So you have seen the generic interface, right? Where input and output you can define as per your needs. So you got the benefit, right? So you
Mhm.
can make a multiple implementation. You can make another class, Bamboo employee. You following me? And it can implement this. So basically, I want to take string input, but I want to return, you know, float output, right? You can do it, right? So simple dot length. So here you are returning float, but here you have to convert this integer into float. So how you can do that? You can use. Give me a second. Give me a second. Actually, it is returning integer value, and this integer you have to convert into float object. So you can use new float and input dot length. I don't know you're following me or not.
Yeah.
Done. So this is just I'm showing you the use of generics. In generics, one rule you have to learn today that is important, right? Okay, in generics, there is a very important, other important thing is that is called type eraser. What? Type eraser. This is one of the most frequently asked interview questions. Type eraser. What
So
is a type eraser? Mhm.
can the genetics only take data type, or can it be class or everything?
Class, anything. Because string and everything is data type, man. Class is data, employee is data type, customer is data type. For your information. Okay. Like here, I'm just creating a to list. I'm just trying to tell you what is the meaning of type eraser. So this is a list, and this is a list A. Hmm? Yo, Mister, I told you generics works only at compile time. Once your code is converted into Java bytecode, generics is gone. So what I mean to say, like here we have two lists, right? One list is type of integer, second one is string. But if you at runtime, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to know the data type of it at runtime. How? dot list dot, give me a second. Give me a second, sir. Can you see this? Basically, I want to print the name of the class, right? This list, what is the fully qualified class name of it? You got a point? So you see, I'm printing at runtime. Are you following me? This is going to print at runtime. So you see, if you run it, what output is coming? See, please. It's printing, just implementation name, right? Array list. Make sense? But it is not printing about generics information.
Yes, sir.
So list is basically java.util.array list, fully qualified class name, fully qualified class name. It is not telling you it is holding integer as string. Why? Why? Because data type is erased. This is called type eraser. Data type is only known to the compiler. Once your code is converted into Java bytecode or it is going to be loaded into the JVM at runtime, then type information is no more associated with the object. Yes or no?
Can you
This is
repeat?
called, pardon?
Can you repeat
Whatever,
that?
here, whatever data type you mention it, right? This array list is for string, this array list is for integer. This is only known to the compiler as long as you see the code, right? But when you because this code is going to be run at what time? Runtime, right? This code will execute. Any guess?
Runtime.
Inside JVM.
Again.
Compiler is nothing to do. Okay. Here, compiler has nothing to do. Hello. Yeah. So at runtime, I am trying to find this list data type. It is pointing to which array list, right? See, but here both are printing the same thing because at runtime generics information is gone. Please remember it. I'm emphasizing it, right? I'll show you one of the very interesting thing in the projects. Okay, you will surprise if you see that use case. Okay,
Okay.
make sense?
Yes, sir.
I'll show you some technique, man. Like here, you say, hey Nagin, in this string, in this list, can I add integer data type?
No.
Normal people will say no, but I would say even here, if I'm trying to add, integer, I cannot do it. Yes, you know.
Yes.
But in Java, there is a technique that is called reflection. Which technique, man?
Reflection.
Using reflection, you can do it. Oh, is it? So let me tell you one thing. I just taught you singleton design pattern. If you remember singleton, but
Mhm.
anybody can break the singleton using reflection. Oh my God. If you use reflection, can I make a multiple object of it? Normally you cannot do it, but using reflection you can do it. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
So reflection is used almost everywhere. All the framework like Spring, Hibernate, microservices, whatever framework I'm going to talk about, every framework uses reflection. Reflection is really one of the very fantastic feature of the core Java. Got it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
One more and last important thing I'm going to teach you. Like I told you, I have many things to teach you in core Java, right? It's never ending because there is so many things here and there. Okay. Uh, Next thing which I'm going to teach you is subtyping rule. Which rule? Subtyping rule. Subtyping rule is not applicable in generics, but you need to understand what is the meaning of subtyping rule is. Like here we have a person class, right? And this person class has a method public void foo. hmm? And this is Persian. So, and this Persian has another class employee. And employee extends person means employee is a person. Yeah, employee is a person, right? And this foo method you can override. You know method overriding. I hope core Java has been covered for you. Hmm? Yeah. Method overriding. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, you know, right? In core Java, I have taught you. You can make a reference of person. Am I right? And person can point an object of subclass, right? You remember or not?
Yes.
Superclass. This is called subtyping relationship. Superclass can hold reference of
Subplan.
subclass. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Superclass can hold reference of
Subplans.
subclass. Give me a second. Just a second. People,
Yes,
but
sir.
this rule is not applicable in generics. That you have to remember for today only. This rule is not applicable in generics. For example, let me show you. In generic, this rule is not applicable. You have to remember it. Your question may be how? Like here, uh, let me show you with the help of generics, right? Like here, person can hold the reference of employee, but use the concept of generics. Let me show you. This, if you make a list of person, so what you can do, man? The generics start, right? This is generics. Persons. Hmm. My dear friends, this is list of person. In this you can add as many as person you can, right? Not a problem. And here I'm just making another list of employees. Please let me know if you don't understand. Okay. So you have two in this generics is there. This hold list of person and this whole list of employee. The person can hold an object of employee directly, but here I'm using generic concept, right? So a list of person cannot point to list of employee. I don't know you got it or not. What I said. Like here directly person is the superclass of employee. So person can point an object of employee, right? But here we have generics, right? List of person and list of employee. Even though employee is the subclass of person, but list of person because of generics cannot hold list of employee. So this is called subtyping rule is not applicable. Subtyping rule is not applicable in generics. The reason I will tell you, okay? What's reason is? You got a point? Because if you allow this relationship, there will be type safety issue. Are you following me? There will be type safety issue in order to, because generics deal with the type safety. So you understand the meaning of it? Superclass can hold an object of subclass, but same thing is not applicable in generics. So please remember it. Okay. I think this is enough. Today you got the idea about immutable class, singleton design pattern, and generics. I'm telling you, this is enough. So I'm just stopping my session here. In next session, we'll talk about next topic. Thank you so much.